How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all my World Series prediction for this upcoming World Series reward, as well as I'm going to be hopping into a game of ranked seasons to go ahead and play a game to try and push for World Series. I haven't yet made it this season, but here are the clues that MLB The Show has tweeted out. They just recently tweeted out another one, which is the third clue, and basically I can just read these off. It says this player has 300 career batting average, 400 plus home runs, and 500 plus Twitter followers. So that was the third and final clue there. And then there will be one more later on in terms of something completely different than these stats. But I think that it's going to be Chipper Jones. I think that we're going to see Chipper Jones. I thought that the clue might be 300 career batting average, 400 home runs, and 500 doubles. I think that that last clue does indeed eliminate Babe Ruth, Stan Musial. It still keeps guys like Albert Pujols active, as well as Chipper Jones. But I'm going to guess that it's going to be Chipper. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into some ranked seasons. I'm currently at about 849 rating, 850 rating, and I need a couple more wins in a row in order to make World Series. Probably about 3 wins in a row after, if I win this game, it might be 2 or 3. But anyways, I think that 1 win streak away from making World Series. I already have the Ty Cobb, and I think that that's currently the best ranked seasons reward in World Series, in that World Series pack right now. But if there was someone like Chipper Jones, I would definitely try and get to World Series immediately. I wasn't really motivated as much to play for that Craig Kimbrell, but I just didn't really play that many games of ranked seasons this month either. I've been trying to make videos, trying to grind out the computer games, trying to play signature team moments, that conquest map, the moments extreme, different things like that. So I wanted to focus on trying to get some content for you guys, uploading more videos, and doing things like that rather than playing a lot of games of ranked seasons. But that's besides the point. I wanted to hop into this one because I also picked up Cole Hamels. I wanted to try him out. I didn't get him selected on the mound. In this one, we do have Adam Wainwright, who is the 5th starter. I did mix up my rotation a little bit. We have Kershaw, Mad Bum, Greinke, that Cole Hamels, and then Wainwright. So we got Wainwright selected. This opponent has Jake Arrieta on the mound, so that's a little bit of a different matchup. I haven't really faced this card too often. I was able to get a nice 2-run lead against him early in this game and squared up the ball pretty well. I did get rewarded on a couple iffy hits, but I've also lined out a few times so far throughout this game. But it's definitely a good matchup. I know that this guy's a good opponent. I think I've played him before. I don't really know where I missed this one with Willie Mays. I thought that was a 2-run home run. I thought I was going to get rewarded with that swing, but nonetheless, it was a fly out to center field. If I would have pulled that baseball and swung a little bit earlier, I might have been able to do some damage. But Frank Thomas is starting this next inning off with a base knock up the middle. That one falls just in front of Willie Mays. Not really anything I could do about that one unless I had my outfielders moved in. Next batter up, Moments Bryce Harper. I thought for sure that ball was going to get up the middle for a base knock. Roberto Alomar picks it up and almost turns 2 on that one. Rogers Hornsby had a pretty good animation there. He doesn't really get the greatest animations at shortstop in terms of double plays, but just fielding regular routine balls, he does extremely well, especially balls hit to him. Him starting the double play, he does a little bit better. But on the receiving end of the double play, he doesn't really get the best throw over to first base all the time. I'm not sure what just happened right there with Tony Gwynn. Tried to field the ball, throw it to third. Luckily, he was not going, because he would have been able to advance both of the runners there on that misplay in the outfield. But we do have Tony Gwynn up at the plate now, and Roberto Alomar is going to make this play. Luckily, he was not sending the runner as well, didn't get that advance on the previous play because that would have scored a run type of thing. Those things matter. I was able to intentionally walk Josh Donaldson to face his pitcher, got the strikeout, and now we have Rogers Hornsby starting this inning up with 1 down already, and base knock to right field. Almost gets thrown out there at first base, but trying to expand the lead here. A just late squared up hit. Griffey up at the plate. I felt like I got that one a little bit better than the previous one with Hornsby, but I was on top of that a little bit and ended up hitting it into a double play from Griffey. So not the best thing from Griffey. You don't really see too many double plays, but if you hit the ball hard, he does have, he's kind of slow out of the box. He does have a good amount of speed, but he will beat out a double play every now and then. Unfortunate, though, the opponent is responding with back-to-back base hits to start this next inning up. So he has runners in scoring position, runners on as well. I'm trying to minimize here at this point. I mean, he's had a couple base runners already in this game. I was able to get out of the inning without giving up any runs because I was using some strategy, walked his pitcher, or walked his guy to face the pitcher, and that worked out for me. But in this situation, I won't be able to do so. Luckily, I was able to get 2 outs. I'm going with the cutter inside to this Bryce Harper. I'm trying to jam him up, but at the same time, he can really turn on these pitches. I know that this Bryce Harper card is really good, and luckily he hits it right to Lou Gehrig, and he makes the play there. So top of the 4th inning, we're up 2-0, and George Brett is the best third baseman in the game. He thought that I might be trying to steal there with Roberto Alomar. He goes with the 12-6 curveball, and I smacked it out. A good squared-up hit from George Brett. It was not a power swing, just a regular X-swing. Best third baseman in the game by far, at least for me, in terms of batting and fielding-wise. I mean, he's made all the plays except for one bunt where he decided to hit it into the dugout. But other than that, he's been lights out. He's one of my best hitters. He bats in the middle of the lineup. Definitely the best card in the game. I'm going to be sad to take him out for Chipper Jones if that is indeed the World Series reward, and I think it is. But I think that we'll be getting a pool soon as well, so depending on the third basemen that are released, could as well be Mike Schmidt. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if Mike Schmidt gets the card. I don't know if he has a career 300 batting average. I think that it's right around there, but I'll have to double check on that. Anyway, Willie Mays is smacking one to right field. Had an opportunity to bat 1,000 with him in this game. I lined out a couple times, or once before. I thought that I was able to smack that one out. But anyway, he does have 2 hits in 3 at-bats. He's going to be able to score on this base hit from Lou Gehrig up the middle. And this ball, he got that in really quick, and I was gunned down. As soon as I saw Griffey get that animation, I knew I was thrown out. I was surprised at how quick he got the ball in. Probably would have resulted in a double play the very next at-bat anyway if I got that same hit. That's probably a ground ball double play, but nonetheless, have an opportunity to tack on another run here, a couple more. And once again, another double play from Griffey, pretty much the same exact hit. Went with the sinker away, or fastball away, 2-seamer, and it got me. I was on top of that one as well. Went back to the cutter inside to his Griffey, and I probably should have tried to rob that one as like a home run animation, where the guy jumps up on the wall and tries to rob it, rather than getting up to the wall, pressing R1, trying to make a bounding leap for that ball in right. But anyway, it is a double. He's got 2 guys in scoring position. I've been able to pitch really well in this game, though, with guys in scoring position. He's like 0 for 6, 0 for 7 with guys on, and make it 0 for 8 now, I think, at this point, as Bryce Harper grounds out to Roberto Alomar once again. He thought I was going to go inside again with the cutter. I went away with the sinker, and that might have been why I was able to get the out. But a couple lineouts from both sides. I think we both could have scored a few more runs. The opponent doesn't have any runs at this point, but I definitely think that he could easily have some runs. We have George Brett up again, and he's going to smack another one out. The best third baseman in the game right there. 2 home run game for George Brett, smacking in 3 RBIs. I just missed that one there with Piazza. Hits that one to right field. That is going to be tracked down out there as he's camped in right field. But anyway, brought in Sergio Romo. Definitely a good relief pitcher. I think that this card is one of the most underrated Signature Series pitchers in the game just because of his pitch repertoire. He has a slider as a primary. I think a lot of people are going to be using this card now that he is released. I just don't really see a lot of people talking about him as some of the better arms in the game. I haven't heard that, but I think that some people will realize that he is really good. Very similar to Kenley Jansen, almost a budget Kenley Jansen, and I know how much people like that card. So I think that this card's going to be amazing. There, I thought the opponent was going to hit that one out, though. Went with the slide step fastball, trying to challenge him. He drove in the first run of the game with Kenny Lofton the previous at-bat. So I was trying to make him hit the ball, put the ball in play, and I don't want to give him any free base runners, any walks or anything like that. I brought in Andrew Miller after giving up a base knock to his created player. He's going to face Griffey. I went with the lefty-lefty matchup. I figured that Andrew Miller would be all right to face this switch hitter created player with Griffey on deck. Almost got the double play ball there, but unfortunate, Miller was not able to get to first. I left him in, though, to face Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas sends one up the middle. I had to go with Trevor Hoffman simply because this opponent was on the fastball. I was trying to mix it up using a righty, another righty, then a lefty, and then a righty, trying to mix it up using different arm slots, different angles and everything, and it worked out well. I was able to pitch out of the jam, got out of it. Now we are in the bottom of the 9th inning, up 6-1, so we still have the lead. We have Bruce Sutter in on the mound, and this card's probably my best closer. I do go with some of the other guys earlier on now. Sutter would usually be the first guy out of the pen for me. Now I have a couple more options with that Sergio Romo, that Andrew Miller. I also like using Trevor Hoffman. But if I use one of those guys, then I wouldn't really have a lockdown closer to end the game. Now having a couple of these extra signature series cards allows that for me, and was able to close this one out. I got him to chase a little bit on the pitches outside the zone there late in the game, up and inside and low and inside, and I was able to get the job done. George Brett, player of the game, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored, of course, but definitely a solid player I went up against right there. He had just as many hits as I did, pretty much. We move up to 866, and hopefully Chipper Jones is the next World Series reward. We'll find out tomorrow. We'll find out with the 4th clue later on today. And I'm College Lefty, guys. Have a great day. Peace out.